Bronze League Heroes, let's go. We've got Orc versus Human here. One of my favorite matchups in Bronze League Heroes. We've got Rico against Scrimshaw, both hovering around the 900 MMR. And I know technically the game says they're silver, but trust you me, they're going to be bronze. You'll see soon enough. In the left, in the red, we've got Scrimshaw. He's going to be making an altar and immediately a burrow. This burrow is 7 seconds too long, but nobody tell them. And on the other side, the farm is also 10 seconds too early. Both are building their supply too early. But overall, it's fine, right? Better too early than too late. 4 workers in gold, and they both have their altar and their supply building. Now you don't have enough money for a barrack, so you have to put another one in gold. Oh, you're just gonna wait. Ah! Yeah, build it here. Yes! No? No. What? Oh. Ah, he found a fertile place to put his ranks. He's like, can't build there, can't build there, can't build there, can't build there, something in the way. And finally he found a place. So that is certainly a kind of fix. If you don't have enough money to build a building, just keep walking into the middle of the map until you have enough money. So whenever you feel like it, send a peon to build a building. It's like, oh, I'm actually 150 gold short. I guess it's now in the opponent's base. That's where I have to build it. I didn't have enough money. Might as well build it at the source where it wants to start fighting. Rico just started this Archmage. It's a little bit behind the Farseer. Momentarily forgot because he was thinking of where to build his farm. Despite careful consideration, it was not built in a good place. This would be a full... Yes! Power build everything. Power build everything. Let's go. Now power build a lumber mill. A double build, triple build. So there's actually a small gap here. This can be good. If you get harassed by wyverns, you want to have a gap in your layout so that Archmage can run in, summon Elegiggle, and kind of defend against that. Oh, we get a very tasty portent of future misery. This is a prison. If he build, and he can't build another. Yes, power build this too. Let's go. He doesn't need it, right? He's gonna do it anyway because he can. Anyway, this is a prison. Is he gonna get stuck? Not yet. Oh. And there's no space for another farm here, so there's no way to fix this. So if he ever rallies here, or here, or here, right, somewhere towards the mercenary camp, he will get stuck here. Because it will be bottom right, and then it goes counterclockwise to find a spot. Farsi harassed. Footman is almost dead. They're gonna fight for the Ogre Warrior. Who's gonna get it? And it's the Archmage, but the item goes to Scrimshaw. Gloves of Haste. Stolen with a sleight of hand. Meanwhile, Grunt in production. Oh, nice resummon. It denies the experience on the wolves. Archmage is now getting chased. This is the lot of all human players. You always getting attacked. Because everybody has to harass human. Scrimshaw momentarily forgot to upgrade to tier 2. But he finally clicked it. Rico himself has enough money as well, but he's panicking from the attack. Meanwhile, one of his footmen finishes the troll. He trades 120 gold for 30 experience. Or 40. Maybe 48. A lot of footies dying already. Getting some nice damage on the Farseer. He could kill this footy and then send in the wolves for the other. Starting to hero focus a bit. They're both clicking each other's hero. Archmage is gonna go home. Now he's taking a lot of damage on the Farseer. I don't know whose hero is gonna die first. This is pretty sick. Oh, he's setting the wolves on footy. Oh, he's attacking the shop. Footman. Archmage trying to get out, but he blocked himself with a water Elegiggle. Oh, this is not good for him. Rico, run. Oh, the block! Bro, that was a sick block. Be cool if it mattered, but Farseer came back and he killed the Archmage. This also means he doesn't have to resummon wolves. And you can tell that he knows that. Resummoning wolves when they're dying. Oh my god, just call to arms everything. Wow. They're calling in the anti-terrorism unit too. This is not enough for just the mall cops. We gotta bring everyone. Bring the battering ram too and the tear gas and everything. To battle! And that also means he stopped building the arcane vault. Technically, he doesn't need it anymore. I really hope your realities altar here gets stuck here. Oh, alright. So, tier 2 just started because he was so busy. Rico is at tier 1 against Scrimshaw, who's almost reaching tier 2. A second barracks. And 2 burrows. Interesting, second racks. Not something I would do at this stage. As you can see, Scrimshaw mostly has lumber and no gold. Whereas the barracks cost mostly gold, no lumber. And grunts cost gold, no lumber. So if you were gonna go double racks, you might as well make 2 peons fewer. Because you really don't need the lumber as much. He rams his Farseer into the Archmage. Tries to focus it, who blocked himself in between creeps and water alligator. He does kill a grunt. The Farseer is low. He's stepping up close again. Archmage getting stuck. God, it must be so hard to control units for bronze players. I think their units feel so dumb to them. They must, right? Like, because they cannot predict how they're gonna block themselves all the time. It is, yeah. I bet when you're watching a lot of Warcraft, you're like, oh my god, I used to love this game, I'm gonna play again. And then when you're actually in a ladder game, your units just won't listen, right? It is very hard, yeah. Did that footy just teleport? Yeah, it's a reforged bug. Oh no, the clarity regen! If he attacks the... Oh, that's minus 170 gold. Oh my god. Minus 170. Clarity and regen scroll is 170 gold. He got immediately attacked. He's gonna pound turtle. He wedged himself into a corner. Another footman dies to creeps. God. Now he's gonna have to buy another regens and clarity. He's trying to do a surround. He's aware of how to do it, but he doesn't have the skill to do it. Trying to get that move spam on the grunt. No! Scrimshaw, no! Don't you dare! Don't you dare close your eyes! It's too late to go out now! Should have thought of that before! Yeah. You know what I want to say to this grunt and to Scrimshaw? I want to give him the words of my father. When I was 18 years old, I asked my father, what do you think? The creeps are getting a lot of kills this round. I asked my father, what do you think about, instead of going to university, I can do like some of my classmates are doing. They're taking a 6 months break to go to Australia and get some life and work experience there. And then next year, the year after, they go to uni. And I would like to not go to Australia, but instead focus on pro gaming. He knew by now that I had done some tournaments, but I really wanted to focus on it full time for 1 year. 1 year of pro gaming, then go back to study. Nice surround with the sheep too. And my dad said, I'm not sure if it's a good idea, or maybe he even said, I don't think it's a good idea. Once you get a taste of working, right? You're probably not going to want to go back to study anymore. And I said, I will, really, I will. And he said, okay. And he should have said, you should have thought of that before. Anyway, that's what I should have told the grunt. Once you get a taste for going into the base, there's no way out. And grunt was like, no, I will. I was like, nope, you're committed.
Forces are under attack.
It's not really the same as the grunt, is it? It's a little different, the situation. There's more nuance. Anyway, Scrimshaw mass grunts. 1,000 lumber. Why does he even have 8 peons? He's not using it, he's only making grunts. Might as well bring the peons then. It did actually start happening to me. Start working and quit uni because of well money. Yeah. Well, there you go. Turns out my father was wrong. And I was wrong too, because I didn't program just for 1 year, but for 11. Oh no! Archmage! Run! He's just letting him get away. I will chain lightning you, and that's it. I will not hit you. These are the rules of engagement. 1 chain lightning, that's it. Wow! I did not see this coming. This is great. And Rico is getting a lot of surround practice. Archmage comes back pretty much as if to taunt him. And all those grunts are trying to get to him. Like an angry dog, an angry guard dog behind the fence trying to get there, but the fence just won't let him through. And finally, they walk away in shame. Rico, what a god. Wow, he baited him with the Archmage. And then he used the Cloak of Invincibility and Invisibility to walk right past the Farseer. That's great. Can you imagine where the guy's camera was? Like, he saw the Archmage, right? He chain lightnings him, and then he just forgot about it, and he looked at the shadow because Rico was surrounding a shadow. And he just started taking up everything. That's awesome. He was, absolutely. He was panicked about his shadow, but he just forgot. I think he chain lightning the Archmage, thinking / hoping it's gonna die already. Don't tell me this game goes for another 15 minutes. Well, I think Scrimshaw is too aggressive for that. I don't think they know the bottom half of the map exists. Like this is their minimap. Pretty much like this. So there's like 5 more creeps on the map, and after that, it's done. See? Rico is not going down, he's going left. The only place he can go. It's mass footmen against mass grunts. You know, this game is almost like Warcraft 2. It's just grunts against footmen. Command me. For the king. Oh, nice. Nice surround. Alright. Rico is going for footmen and casters. Power building, everything. What's Scrimshaw adding? 1600 lumber. Mass grunts. Why?
Town is under siege.
Why? Why only grunts? But grunts will beat footmen. Literally, if Scrimshaw just auto attacks and doesn't try to do anything fancy, pantsy, schmancy, if he literally just auto attacks to the human, he presses the A hotkey and then he presses right here, he will probably win the fight. But what he's gonna do instead is gonna move his ranged heroes into melee range of footmen and then get surrounded. Oh! Shadow Hunter. Alright. Auto attacks, it's going well, Don't over micro things. Alright, this is good. Heal wave, auto attacks, chain lightnings. A little bit of surrounds on the Archmage. Archmage, Hex! Wonderful! Scrimshaw! Pretended he was weak. Fell back to the inner ramparts next to his shop, using the barracks as a distraction. With some huge chain lightnings and heal waves on the back. All the grunts full life, so much health. Rico forced to run away and make more footmen. Yep, there we go.
Players' forces are under attack.
After all, footmen are a versatile foot soldier. Why would Blizzard lie? It means they work anytime. But what are grunts? Let's find out. Rico folds back, retrains the Archmage. I think we're gonna have to need another Call to Arms. Right now, Call to Arms already cost him 500 gold from his mine. But I think this is the time to use it, if ever. Shadow shows up with very little mana, but he can steal some from the Mountain King. Stormbolt not even close to getting a kill. Chain lightning. There's gonna be so many chain lightnings, man. I think he's not even summoning wolves anymore. Perhaps afraid of Dispel. There it is! Call the police! What's your emergency? I see some suspicious green-looking guys. They're trespassing. Move out. There are the wolves. Level 1 wolves. Will there be a Dispel? Yes! I told you this was gonna happen! There we go! There we freaking go! Yep. Elemental on the wrong side. I love it. I love it. There we go. Let's go, Rico. His Archmage is safe, right? He doesn't have to worry about it anymore. I like how he's just sending all the militia. Like, he could just completely forgot that these used to be workers. Oh, yes. Peasant the gold miner. That's what they used to call me. Now, I am militia the dead. Well, he's gonna have to kill the farm to get his Archmage out. There we go. Peasants trying to run home again. And meanwhile, what are we making? What are we making, Scrimshaw? Nothing. Casters. Sorceresses doing some slow attacking. I don't remember casting slow on you, Sorks. Oh, but Stormbolt is going to be a scary now, no? Especially if he slows this Farseer as well. He's trying to get surrounds. Oh, oh, oh! Footy blocks! He can do another bolt! Oh, the hex! But the pig is blocking! Stormbolt! There we go. Surround. Footman here. Here, here, here. No? Yes? No, you can't go here. This part of the map is not allowed to... Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, Scrimshaw almost went to the illegal part of the map, but then he realized that is the edge of the world. And so he quickly moved back up through the threat of Mountain King again. I mean, he had no choice. Literally going south, he would have been safe. But he wanted to take his chances again to walk through the Mountain King. Oh, that's a surround, but it's a very... Oh, it's not a surround. He tried. Scrimshaw decided tier 3 and no units. That's what he needs. Meanwhile... He's just attacking with them! He's like, well, I'm all in. I don't think mining gold from this point on anymore really has any point. And who's to blame him? It's gotten to that gnarly point in the game where income really just doesn't have any value anymore. Safe for when? When I'm dead? No, thank you. No, we have to forge the iron while it's still hot, right now. Let's go.
A town is under
Yep,
siege.
and another footman. I thought maybe he'll use his final money to make peasants so he can start, you know, rebuilding Azeroth. But no, he made another footman. All right, well, maybe he can mine from this gold mine. Just put all your peasants in the mine. It's currently not being used. They're all eagerly anticipating to throw spears at the incoming army. This is like Tides of Darkness, but in reverse. Tides of tepidness. Tides of somewhat murky colors. Tides of not light. Rico has a lot of slow. The peasant uprising. Down with the proletariat! Down with the proletariat! Surround. That's it! That's it! We are going to have a rebellion! The slaves shall be the owners! It's a new world order! Nobody's mining any gold! Rico is doing it! Scrimshaw! GG, Rico! Whoa, he knew he could go all in. That's crazy. That's crazy. He went all in, just stopped mining for minutes. And took down Scrimshaw. And they never went to the south of the map, except that one time where Rico went to the natural expansion. Sick.
Okie dokie.
This is for Rico.
For Rico! For Rico. Let's go next game. Let's go for Child Logic 95 against Swiftle. It's another Orc versus Human game on Echo Isles, but a different take on the formula. We've got 999 MMR, which actually makes this match just able to be watched for my Bronze League heroes. For Bronze League heroes, one of the players on W3 Champions needs to have 1000 MMR or less. And the one player is 999 and the other is just over 1000. Too high MMR, honestly. Yeah, you're gonna be nauseated with how good these players are. Honestly, this is a little too high for Bronze League heroes. If I could make the cutoff point at 923, I would do it. But it goes in 100 value integers. I don't really know how to say that word. Integer. It goes in 100 point integers, so you're gonna see astronomically high skill level here that will be difficult to emulate for many people. Integer. 100 point integers. Is it possible to get to, or you mean intervals? I guess intervals is fine too. But at least I learned how to pronounce it. I believe for the second time. So Swifto's gonna go for Altar Burrow Barracks, build is looking a lot cleaner than those guys last game. Blade Master first. On the left side, Child Logic 95. Wow, there really is a big difference between like 800 and 1000 MMR. It just shows that MMR is not just a number. MMR is a consequence, it's a measurement tool, very accurate, of all your skills together. Which means the better level play you see in the build order, oh, this is going to be gnarly potentially, the better someone's build layout is and the timing of their buildings, the better they creep, the worse they're going to be at spending their money late game. Let's say that the build opening is fine, but you still know that they're 1000 MMR. Then you know they're gonna lose their hero in a big fight. Alright, here we go. Archmage comes out. So for instance, for Child Logic, while his build order was fine, he's now forgetting to make footmen. His Archmage is standing still, and it takes him a long time to group everything, and he has formation movement. Swiftle, gonna do some mirror image creeping. Swiftle is 1 peon shy of the correct peon count, but I would rather an orc goes 6 peons than 8 or 9. You see a lot of orcs with high lumber count, and while Bronze League heroes don't really make any changes, even when they have too much lumber, they're just like, oh cool, I got a lot of wood, useful for later. Pro players generally just bring their peons in a fight. May seem a little weird because peons don't do a lot, but they actually do a lot. They do a lot. Trust me, I've shoveled a lot of shit. So what they do is they do a little bit of damage. They absorb slow. They join Spirit Link. So there's a lot of ways that they can help. And they can do body blocks and surrounds. I once won a game, a 1 hour game against an undead because he attacked me in my main base. And I lost my hero. And then I did a like 5 peon surround on a Lich level 5. And because of it, it died. I only had Shadow. My Blade was dead. It was Blade Shadow, no TC. Only my Shadow was alive. And then a 5 peon surround on the Lich. There you go. So we've got an Arcane Tower, a tech, bunch of footies, triple farm, looking good, right? Both their techs are pretty similar. Orc tech's a little faster, as usual. Swiftle now wants to scout. He sees the Archmage, then he's going to probably immediately resummon as he wants to use images for creeping. No, he's actually going to try and creepjack the Archmage, but this is too late. He's going to move over here, but all the creeps will be dead, so it's a bit of a waste. Archmage is also going to kill the image, getting 30 experience for an image. Blade shows up, most things are dead, but he's actually going to be able to take the item. No, Archmage gets it himself. Blade starts hitting footies. Meanwhile, actually still producing units as well. So you can see the macros a lot better for these players already. See, he's making units right after the tension moment with his opponent resolved. On a scale of soda popping to tier 1, I think this is a little over tighter. I think Swiftle is a little over tier 1, from what I can tell. Which would make soda probably at the moment about 550 and Tyler about 850 to 900, I think. And this is about 1000. So that's quite respectably good already. Got a blacksmith coming up, got a second tower, a lumber mill. He understands pressuring human is good so they don't creep too much and don't get high level water elementals early. Tier 2 is finished. A little bit too many grunts in production. This grunt is actually blocking him from making second hero, which is much more important than getting grunt number, what is it? 6? 1, 2. Grunt number 7 should not take priority over your second hero, nor should Warmill. But at least he's making things, which is better than accruing a large bang. Child Logic is focusing one grunt by one grunt, while saving units. This unit is on hold position actually, which is why it did not walk forward, so that's another good habit. Grunt died. Looks like Child Logic is kind of spanking this harass right now. Spanking harass is a good way to defend against the Blade Master grunt harass. Got second hero coming out now, Shadow Hunter. Got brute strength. Mounting has started to be produced. You can see Rifleman production and Arcane Sanctum. Child Logic microed well, but he didn't macro very well during this. Both of them did not start their tier 2 buildings, which would have been a really big momentum gain. This is not a good place to build sanctums. He built his towers so far back, so sanctum should have been here, or here, or here. That way it will be partially defended by the tower. Now they're going to be really easy kill targets. And normally, if an orc sees this, they should get their second hero to level 3 and then attack. And the attack will begin by killing sanctums. And then you build a voodoo lounge there. And whether it's TC second with War Stomp or Shockwave level 2 or Shadow second with Heal Wave level 2, level 3 second hero is when Orc wants to attack human. Now Swiftle is going to go in a certain direction that is very, very risky. He wants to get, most likely, Bloodlusted Grunts or Bloodlusted Torrents or maybe Bloodlusted Headhunters. But by starting tier 3 before the launch is finished, you actually end up realizing that you will get to tier 3 without the ability to have a shaman with Bloodlust started in short order. Because, look, he went tier 3 and built Lords roughly same time. You make one shaman, then you get shaman the dead top training, and then you start Bloodlust, and you'll be tier 3 for so long before you even start the Bloodlust upgrade. Or pretty much you'll just have one shaman with Bloodlust. Not very valuable. It's better to delay tier 3 a bit, because all the extra spending will coincide. You cannot get to tier 3 and immediately get Bloodlust and also get a Lightning Orb and a third hero. So it's better to have more power now and delay it a bit. Child Logic is going to find a Grunt army. He has control with Stormbolt, but he's fighting against someone with no control. Perhaps Hex as the Shadow comes in with a bunch of consumable items. Very bad fight to take for Swiftle. Don't want to be in this fight at all. There's literally no way that he kills anything unless Child Logic lets him kill it. And he will lose a unit every Stormbolt. Single target heal wave. Painful. He is going to kill the Rifleman apparently and also go for a Stormbolt. Too far on the Shadow. Should just be Stormbolt and Grunts. Bolt anything that your water elementals are next to. So, some mistakes in micro. Also, the 8-minute expansion is ready to be made. He's completely forgetting Sanctums, and he just went to tier 3. Very Bronze League heroes. To go tier 3, have units not making units, have buildings not making units, go tier 3 and also expand. Anything to make yourself as weak as possible. He has a replenishment potion, rejuvenation. Swiftle just finished tier 3 as well. Would like to maybe get like Torrents or Wyverns or third hero or maybe Bloodlust upgrade. Hope he doesn't get Lightning Orb. That would be just slowing him down a lot. Swiftle started some priests. Yeah. Swiftle's not using the tier 3 in any way. Which is why I said, just delay it and focus on making units. This was 300 gold, he's got 700 in the bank. So he could have had 1,000 resources more into units. That could have been 3 shamans with no adept training and another 4 headhunters. Imagine if he had all that. How well do you think these 2 heroes would do against that? Nothing, not well. Oh, I didn't even notice, Swiftle's also expanding. It's interesting, man. In Bronze they just have these standard expansion timings between the 6 to 10 minute mark. They all do it and they all go tier 3 at the same time because they have too much money. So they just make everything that is expensive. Shaman training, Grunt, 2 shamans in production. Alright, he finishes his expansion, Child Logic. Alright, I really wish he wouldn't like tower because he already had so many investments at the same time, so the tower is just delaying him even more. He's got 2 on lumber and he's making a knight and a breaker. The knights get stuck. Nice. Another wall up, right? So he's to kill the farmer, the tower, if he even notices. No lumber right now, and he won't have lumber for a very long time. And he's making towers which cost more lumber. So soon enough, you'll see Child Logic have like 2,500 gold and 70 lumber. And it'll be like 50 pop under 80. And he'll have 2,000 gold and know where to spend it. Maybe it's not as bad. There's 3 peasants on lumber, not 2. 4 now. He's fixing it. He's fixing it. Swiftle has Bloodlust upgrade ready. This is going to be pretty cool. His grunt upgrades are currently 0-0, but he's making an armor upgrade and getting Bloodlusted grunts. Bloodlust is very cool. He's forgetting about this grunt right now. By the way, ironically, this is how to heal grunts in Warcraft 2. Orc simply did not have healing in Warcraft 2. And even in Warcraft 3, Orc healing was very limited. Shadowhunter is a Frozen Throne hero, and Voodoo Lounge is a Frozen Throne edition. So the only way you could heal was Heal Scroll, Healing Fountain, and Heal Ward. But Doctors were too slow and they didn't support any other good units, so Orcs pretty much just went Mass Tower or Mass Wyvern. Occasionally Mass Caster was a meta, but yeah, if you didn't go Casters, you went Towers or Wyverns, you just didn't heal. So Grunts pretty much were not used at all. The only player that really found Grunts to be very potentially useful in Reign of Chaos was Dayfly. He had Grunt builds. So Swiftle doesn't attack. He has Town Portal so he can get out if it's bad. Child Logic TP's in. They're both level 4 too. There's Bloodlust. Got a couple more Bloodlust. Oh, there's a surround on the Blade Master. He's gonna Stormbolt the Blade. There's Inner Fire Knight here. Not because he has Inner Fire upgrade, but because he stole it from the Creep, which is pretty sick. Now, the target firing, not very good yet for Child Logic. It's a little bit blocked. The Knight can't attack anybody. It's Bloodlust grunts against Knights. Knights are going to be doing pretty well. And the Breaker is stealing some Bloodlust. This Knight now also has Bloodlust. But look, this is an armored up grunt. This is an armor upgrade grunt. You can really tell. There really isn't enough units here for Child Logic. He TPs into a fight. Not easy. Not easy at all. He's doing good focus fire though on the Blades. And I think that's going to be his ticket out of this fight. Child Logic desperately needs to mind his macro again. He was not producing much until the very end of it. He has one attack upgrade on his Knights now. No Animal War training yet, so these Knights have less HP than they should. Swiftle finished his base, and he knows what he wants to do. Mass Grunt, Mass Shaman. But because he has double Lodges and one Rax, and because Grunts will die before Shamans every time, eventually he'll be stuck with an army of something like 12 Shamans, 3 Grunts. And it gets pretty low DPS at that point. So it would be great for Swiftle if he added either a Bestiary with Wyverns, a second Barracks with more Grunts, or a Torrent Totem with Torrents in order to kind of create more frontline to give a conduit to his spending, which right now is going to funnel entirely through into Casters. And he realizes, hey, maybe too many Shamans, let's go Doctors. Many Grunts in production, but this is a bottleneck of production with how much income he has. Nonetheless, good game state right now. It's got 8 Shamans, 5 Grunts, 0-1 upgrades. On the other side, very good unit choice by Child Logic. He's getting Inner Fire for a single Priest, Knights and Breakers. But I fear he doesn't have enough units. The Blade is full life again. I think Child Logic needs some Sorceresses and more Priests and more Knights. He needs all of it, but he doesn't have it and he doesn't have time. Gonna lose his peasants here. Looks like he's forgetting his Knights. I think they're on a different control group. This could be potentially devastating. He may not notice this. Is he trying to roleplay like the defense of Helm's Deep? 3rd Morrow and all that. 5th Morrow, look for my coming. Oh no, this is not good. The ironic thing is, even if his Spellbreakers were auto-attacking... No, he's TPing! Even if his Spellbreakers were auto-attacking so that they could spell Lifesteal, they wouldn't have been able to give Bloodlust to anyone that matters because he forgot his Knights. More Knights in production, but he loses his base. It shows that a lower quality army can actually beat the higher one so long as you spend your money. And yeah, you keep your army together. I do think Bloodlust is a great strat to go for as a Bronze League hero. It is intimidating, units get big and red and scary, and it increases movement and attack speed, allowing melee units to gap close and deal more damage. It's fantastic. Let's see if he takes the Lightning Shield Shaman away. Blade is now level 5, very scary, with evasion. Whoa. If he picks it up, there we go, that's insane. I don't see a way for Child Logic to win this fight anymore. I wonder if he has Inner Fire turned on. Notice how his priests are attacking sometimes because they're in the same group, and then he clicks a grunt. That's Inner Fire Bloodlusted Knights. That's pretty damn sick. But is it enough? 2 armor upgraded grunts. I love the way that Swifto upgraded his units. Those grunts are very tanky. And without Thunderclap, it's difficult to address them. Some pretty meaningless Stormbolts fly on the Shadowhunter and the Shaman alternatingly. There's just too much here. I think Swifto has done it. Spent his money better. Played more aggressive. Harassed the economy. And he went for a build and stuck to it. Kept it simple. Not too many different units at the same time. I think Child Logic took a bit too many fights that were not advantageous. Forgot some key upgrades like Animal War Training to give another 100 life on his knights. Swifto's going in for the kill. He's producing mass grunts. Forgot about doctors for now, but he won't be needing it. Blade Master's level 6. And that's GG. Swifto stands victorious. And Child Logic 95, despite his very good start, will be falling by the wayside. GG.